The following Dungeons & Dragons live play is intended for mature audiences only. These episodes may contain graphic language, graphic violence, sexual content, and drug use, in addition to iffy adherence to Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rules. Content warnings can be found in the description. Viewer discretion is advised. We hope you enjoyed the show. Alrighty, is everybody ready?
Yes. Yeah!
Welcome back, players, to Crossing Queen's Bed, Session 12, Episode 7, The Bonds That Unite Us.
Oh my god.
Last time, our three young chosen started their first day of work at the Generous Gentleman, a hostel of sorts in the undercity of Kingscrown along the Karst Strip, which pays host to many guests, where the employees of the hostel are at the guest's charge, basically making sure their stay goes wonderfully and that they have a good vacation. Our three chosen, Bree, Tim, and Dandelion, were put under to shadow Cassia, a plantoid woman who is one of the staff members of the Generous Gentleman, alongside the centaur man Maggie, Della Wisp, an Air Genasi woman, and a grung man who didn't set off with the best reputation as he attempted to steal something from Bree's nightstand when they first met. While shadowing Cassia, our three young chosen were put in the same room with one Pingham Black, or as he goes by, Mr. Black, a rich philanthropist gnome man. As soon as he realized that the three of you were fresh new baby chosen, immediately insisted upon you three being his primary staff for the remainder of his stay, and promptly asked all three of you to accompany him to the Venopolis Casino, because he had a date at a blackjack table. After escorting him through the city and seeing the amount of eyes that can be drawn to such a small little man, you all made your way into the casino and found yourselves in a room filled with velvet tables and mahogany walls and long mirrors gilded in gold. And Bree was drawn to one of the players, where her warlock bond with this figure that we've come to know as Ulevon the Hunger has formed a contract with Bree to find souls to fundamentally take away their divine satiation, this ability given to chosen that they don't need to eat food to survive. In exchange for giving up this divine satiation, they receive some sort of gift. And in Attic Rashawn's case, that was the expulsion of his debts that he seemed to have accrued. This coyote man sitting at the table that Mr. Black also joined with the three of you. Dandelion, when Bree was in this Ulevon communication event, Dandelion had gotten this odd divine sense that while looking through a mirror at Bree, that there was a distinct feeling of this didn't need to happen. Unfortunately, Dandelion and Tim did not have great insight and left Bree alone with Attic Rashawn to go off to the casino chip teller. And Bree pounced on the opportunity when Attic Rashawn played some very dumb hands and asked to take a break from the table out by a balcony. Bree talked her way past some guards and joined the sunken coyote man on the balcony overlooking this alleyway between two casinos in the Karst Strip, and offered him the deal her god put forward. And after some persuasion, managed to make him sign. And the first name was added to Bree's contract.
Now, did we really do Ron by this guy? I'm just saying, he's a sweaty gambler. Maybe we helped him.
Maybe this was good for him.
And Ulavon's helping the local economy. Those poor fruit sellers, they've got it hard selling fruit in a place where no one needs to eat. Albeit, that's a very bad business decision. They're like, we're going to be rich, we're going to make millions.
Unfortunately, Bree had a problem. That the two guards that seemed to accompany Attic Rashawn weren't necessarily hired by him. They seemed to be someone monitoring him, as maybe they were the owners of the debt, or at least working for those who owned that man's debt. And after you left and they realized that he was no longer on the balcony, began to chase you down, Bree. You thought on your feet and utilized Dandelion.
Yeah,
as Dandelion sucked you up in your shadow vessel that is part of your contract with Ulavon, and escaped out into the city streets, leaving behind Tim to be the sole Generous Gentleman staff member left with Mr. Black.
And he's over here like,
I'm a good employee.
Listen, there's no such thing as jobs where Dandelion is, and Bree's a thief. So, I don't know what you expect.
She's a thief turned warlock. It's the best thing I've ever done.
She's a magic thief. Anyways,
Dandelion
is a dinosaur.
Working on my punch card because I feel like I might get good XP.
Look at you.
From the clock-in quest.
What about your skill level?
I did a fucking class quest.
Hospitality stat. There's gotta be one in here.
I did a class quest real quick.
Speech.
I feel like I should get rewarded for this at least.
This leveling system is bullshit!
I had a funny thought where I'm like, meanwhile, Tim's actually doing what he's supposed to, and Dandelion's like being a linebacker, going through the crowd like, and in my arm is just a vial.
Yeah, and everyone's like looking at Dandelion, just like they're all getting out of the way.
This and pushing people out of the way.
So we begin with Tim sitting in the chair next to Mr. Black at this blackjack table as Bree goes rushing by with Dandelion as they escape into the hallway.
Jesus.
And a few seconds later, these two thugs in hot pursuit as they exit the room. As the room goes quiet for a moment before everything just picks up again as if nothing had ever happened.
Yeah, that's
the dealer at the table starts handing out cards again, and as he gets to Mr. Black, the little no man's hand goes up and says, I think I might take my friend here to some of the lower tables if he's such a fan of cards.
Ooh, that sounds fun. I'm on a winning streak right now. I want to see if I get anything more out of this.
Are you becoming Mr. Black's like little sugar baby over here?
Uh-oh. He's into it from my body. What form am I in right now?
You're
in kangaroo form.
Yeah, he's into it from my body.
You have these massive padded pecs.
Massive padded pecs. Didn't we say I had a bright green mohawk?
Yes.
Yeah, you're like a furry version of a kangaroo. I keep forgetting.
A attendant comes up and places a small, briefcase on the table as Mr. Black gets up and puts on his coat that he had draped over the chair as the attendant puts all of his chips into this case. And Mr. Black doesn't even wait for them to be finished. He just simply starts walking out of the room into the central hall chambers. So, have you spent much time in a casino? Looking up at you.
No, and Tim is because no one helped Tim with his coins. He's making sure he's got all of them.
He's they're falling out of his hands. He doesn't have a bag.
Well, I mean, again, kangaroos can't hold things well, so he's got the big muscles.
Your pouch!
Yeah.
He's starting to put them in the pouch, but he's he's hop walking, trying to because he's hop walking, right? And Mr. Black is short, so he's trying not to hop and kick Mr. Black.
Oh, he's trying to beat the shit out of him.
No.
Wait a minute. I have to look this up. Do only female kangaroos have pouches? Cause Tim.
Well, no, it's a furry outfit. A fur artist is going to add the pouch.
I can have my goddamn pouch if I goddamn want it.
A pouch 20.
Okay, Tyra, it doesn't matter if they actually
no
have a
nipples
pouch or
inside of
not
it,
as a male or
He's,
female. It's all what Tim thinks a kangaroo
What
has.
Tim imagines.
Tim
That's
is
true.
not educated
Yes.
enough
He
to know
does.
the
I don't
difference.
think he knows the difference.
Tim not smart
He's
enough
a
for that.
child.
But
A
Tim
child.
Tim has not I mean again, casinos exist in his world, but Tim never went to them and never really felt the need. He maybe played online bits of it or card games, but he never really
Oh.
Tim never had enough money to go spending it on gambling.
Tim had money.
Between the anime, the definitely very
The
clothed,
fursuits.
the definitely very clothed and modest anime figures. Don't judge, and hopefully they got destroyed when they died.
So you tell Mr. Black that you don't have a lot of experience, and he kind of gives this little laugh.
Oh.
You've got a lot to learn. This place has been my summer home for about 300 years now. This place has gotten so much of my money.
Have you gotten a lot, sir?
I've walked away my fair share amount of times with a bit more coin in my pocket than I came, but it's less fun that way. You gotta make sure you tip the girls nicely.
Girls?
It's just quiet. I'm gonna pretend like I'm shaking money.
Oh, all I can think of is Tim going, the only girls I know are those two that left. Like, I gotta tip
dating like a
them.
girl
I
yet.
fucking live with them.
Yeah,
Gross.
My friend,
Those-
like,
Those are the only two girls.
And one of them has a cloaca.
and as you and this tiny gnome man step
God.
out into the atrium of this casino, this huge wide open space where hundreds of people mill about brightly colored slot machines and other types of gambling. There's tables where there's more casual card games going on. There's like betting towers where there's bugs fighting bugs. There are random chance spinning wheels that people are standing around. There's roulette tables. There is so many sounds and cheers. There are so many people, all different sizes and shapes, milling about. It is a assault of color and shape and variety. There is a distinct scent of, like, caramel, almost.
Ooh.
But also the smell of, like, musty people walking around.
well, let's be honest. Tim probably doesn't smell the must. He's
Oh yeah, you don't got nose. Or
he's
was it working
an NSFW artist who
That's
probably didn't.
fair.
He
It's
went.
just-
He went
Wait.
to furry cons
Did he
where
go Magic
everyone.
the Gathering?
Yes, but
You're
keep
right.
in mind when he used to make his own fursuits, those are like polyester and stuff. You're gonna stank in there. You're
I was like-
gonna be stank.
He's like,
Fair.
smells like home.
So I think for Tim, those scents just disappear into the various floral and like woody perfumes and colognes as the people that are gambling in this casino are not every class of people, but there's a lot of, like, some of these upper class individuals milling about with very fine clothing, but some people that look like they just are out here because they made a whole bunch of extra money or are looking to have a good time. There is a diversity here. You don't see anyone who looks overtly poor at all. As Mr.
Poor
Black
people.
stops, there you can hear this loud cha-ching as there's a
Ooh.
huge roar in the crowd as it seems someone has won a whole bunch of money. And you look down at Mr. Black's face, absolutely glowing. He said, we could go play some cards, or I think there's some shows starting here in a few minutes. We could go spend some time.
I feel like this man is lonely.
I think you should kiss him, Tim.
I feel like at this point that if I try to go down and kiss him, that would look degrading because I'd be like, "Give me a second."
Oh yeah, and you're kangaroo right now, so you can't really.
Just pick him up. You're so strong.
Yeah,
Just-
pick him up.
Mwah!
Also, those like scenes where you're like spinning around with a child.
Oh right.
Like the camera's circling.
And Tim trying to resist the chaotic kangaroo urge to drop kick him as he.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah,
don't
the
feed into
two
the intrusive
fit.
thoughts.
No, don't give into the intrusive thought, Tim. Whatever you would like to do, Mr. Black. You know this place better than I do, and I just want to get to see the lovely sights that you are so enthralled with.
Fucking kiss ass. Anyways.
And I want to see. I want to see boobies.
I've got a few ideas. You and Mr. Black ascend up a few stories of the casino into a peep show, basically. There are tons of tables with large, very plush benches around, all surrounding this stage with big spotlights coming down with a roving act. Very, like, the gal that you first come out is this hippopotamus woman wearing these layers of beading and giant sequins and these absolutely massive honkers.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
For big fucking milkies.
That she's doing this, like, house cleaning routine. There's, like, a whole bunch of props around the stage as she's going along. There's music playing, and there's tons of men and women and everything in between huddled around the base of the stage. There's, like, a long bar where you can, like, sit at the edge of the stage. Throwing gold coins out, and they just clink and clank as the stage gets more glittery and shining.
Bro, I need to do this.
Yeah.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah. Clean that pot. Yeah. Get in there, deep in the grease.
Get
Yeah.
the oven! The oven is deemed, so now it's right inside to, like, wipe. Get in there! People are getting really excited.
Oh no, I'm stuck.
Oh no! And that's like the next part of the show. Go to the next big part of it.
Mr. Black and Tim take a table up in one of these balconies looking down into the room, and the attendant that is carrying Mr. Black's chips goes off to a very similar attendant area that there was back in the blackjack room. And pretty soon a waitress comes by and takes your orders. This is a very, like, fiery fire genasi woman with glittering scaly skin and long flaming hair, wearing this very scantily clad outfit with this long kind of flimsy skirt as she takes your orders for drinks and moves on. So, the first thing to learn about Queen's Bed is they come in every shape and size.
That makes sense, but what about multiple shapes and sizes?
Yeah.
You mean like shapeshifters? I know a few brothels around town that host a few of those.
Oh.
They're not very common, though.
Not very... So, being
Why
able to
do you
change...
ask?
No particular reason can I change into hyena.
I love your theming here.
And I still want to keep a incredibly aggressive mohawk.
I was gonna say, keep the mohawk. That's very hyena.
Keep the hawk. You look at Mr. Black as he's, like, leaning back in the chair, almost looking over the edge down at the stage, and then glances back up at you as all of your kangaroo fur and padding recedes into the mannequin. There's a brief moment where you are there just in this, like, cotton-covered mannequin form of a person. Very few features or distinguishing traits, but almost as quickly as it comes, bright orange and blue fur emerge, and a bright green mohawk extends off of your head, and a big snout comes out of your face as you have fully turned into this furry, you said hyena? Wow, that's a neat trick. You should probably go into...
Selling my body.
Touch my
I can think of plenty of people in the city that would pay you a pretty penny for what that ability can do for you.
I think I have a few different forms I can take. So it's depending on my proclivity.
You say seem. You don't seem well practiced.
I have only been in Queen's Bed for 2 days, and I didn't have this ability before I came to Queen's Bed.
Ooh.
You didn't have this ability before coming to Queen's Bed. Now that is an interesting story.
So I don't know too many details from that. All I know is in my world, I assume I died. Then I came through. I no longer looked like myself. It looked like that smaller form you may have seen at one point as I transformed. And then I could change into things of my fancy that I had previously drawn or created.
And you couldn't do any of this before. That's interesting. I've never heard of that before.
I mean, I could create drawings of them before and sell them for some amount of money. But I could not change myself into them. But I could make them as costumes.
And so when you arrived here, you could just change your form?
Yeah. Among other new things that I have the ability, but I assumed everyone could do some level of what I do.
My boy, I have met plenty of Chosen in this world, and I've never met someone that can do that.
Ooh. He's not like other girls.
I'm not like other hyena girls. Which
I've also met women that are clouds of dust and men that are mountains of stone. There are plenty of variation in Chosen, but the concept that you weren't endowed with these gifts before striking is discernible. Interesting. You say you have no memory of anything that would have led to these abilities?
I used to draw them before, but nothing that would give me the ability per se. Unless whatever power brings you over here has a interesting sense of humor and or irony, I suppose.
Have you ever thought about why you were given these powers?
Ooh.
No. At this point, it has been try not to die, trying to find a place to live, try not to die. Oh, look at train. Oh, look, a different train. Subway system. Crowds.
It's been a busy few days for you.
Yeah, it's been pretty Spider Lady.
It's been pretty Spider Lady.
Tim kind of zones out for a few seconds as his brain is just filled with the images of the shit he's seen in the last 2 days. Monster, for one.
Oh.
As Mr. Black
Wish it was
leans
more
back
filled
on the
with
table.
monster.
You know, there was a time when I was trying to learn the flute. Wasn't really my instrument, but I went to some classes at a Flary Temple. This kind of seems something like that's up their alley. You might want to look out a Flare Temple.
Ooh, flare as in
Ooh,
flamboyant.
flare.
All right. So, Mr. Black, as you guys continue to watch the show in this casino, the hippo woman is escorted off the stage, tipped over in a laundry basket by two scantily clad elven attendants that look like twins as they move off, and the stage is re-propped the lights go dim as a bright single spotlight descends on the stage, and through the announcements, you can hear the crowd starting to rumble as Mistress Clara enters the stage.
Ooh.
The spotlight focuses down to a point as this moth woman steps forward. These
She's a
large
moth.
green Luna moth wings extend out one side and then the other in time with these beats of a orchestra somewhere under the stage.
Oh my god.
And fully descends into a kicking, like, a dance number
Oh, like
that
a
is in this very,
conga?
like,
Like a can-can?
rock feel.
Yeah.
Like a can-can. But
Okay.
the music is, like, rock-themed. There is snare drums and a bass guitar. As she comes out, she's wearing these long silken robes, almost, like, alluding to that Luna Moth coloration.
My
And
god.
slowly, over the course of the song, she's removing the layers.
Rachel, how dare you go into my dreams? And this is amazing.
We pull back from Tim and Mr. Black having a nice bonding session at Guy Time. And
Ooh.
zoom out across this huge thoroughfare outside of the casino. Crowds of thousands as the hour grows later and the hordes of Chosen and Bedborn and robots and cars driving down the road, large carriages pulled by seahorse horses,
What?
color,
that.
fireworks explode in the space, giving off these concussive booms, and people just going about their lives, Dandelion dipping and dodging in between these crowds, making her way across this huge thoroughfare, attempting to find her way back to the Generous Gentleman. Give me a survival check, Dandelion.
Ooh, where's my time? Me when dinosaurs.
First roll of the session, an hour
Oh my
in.
god, look. Oh yeah, survival. I got -1, so there's a reason dinosaurs didn't survive that fucking, There's a reason they had -1! They didn't survive that asteroid. 14.
14.
You're doing good
That big space rock
You're
didn't
doing good,
work.
kid.
for now.
I like it. I like the cut you, G. I like your cut, G.
Dandelion, you are overwhelmed by all the stimulus, but
Oh, she's
you have a
crazy.
pretty good idea of the landmarks that you saw on your way over here to the casino. You are able to, only with a few mistakes, make your way back to the building that the Generous Gentleman is in. Meanwhile, within the vessel, Bree, you are sitting in this space. There is no sign of the jostling or movement that is
Oh,
happening
good for
outside.
her, because this is a bumpy ride.
Gonna be a bumpy ride. Bree, you have just gotten the first name on your contract.
Oh,
How are you doing, Bree?
Well, she's going through a lot of things. 'Cause she's like, did I kill this man? Did he die? Like, what happened to him? Did my god eat him? He's the god of hunger. Maybe he ate him. Like, is he misunderstood? Like, because he sounded like he was, like, you know, trying to bring humanity back to, like, whatever is causing us not to be hungry in this land. So maybe he's just trying to restore natural balance. So maybe he's misunderstood. But, like, that doesn't explain what happened to the guy. Did he eat him? Is he alive still? Is
He
this?
chillin'?
Is he
Where he
recruiting
at?
people for his army? Why would he want someone in a gambler, like, in his army? Like, this makes a lot of no sense. Maybe he's
A
really,
lot of
like,
no sense.
maybe he's good at, like, leading an army and he just had a downfall of gambling. Like, what are his plans exactly?
You look down at your contract, this scroll of text of heavenly script. Give me a straight intelligence check.
Cool. Okay. Hold on.
Oh,
I don't
I'm
have
surprised.
great straight
Intelligent.
intelligence.
Oh, I don't have anything.
Rachel,
I
can I
have
use
J
LGBT intelligence? Yeah.
Not the smartest,
All
I'm not the
right.
dumbest.
Not the dumbest. So, you look down at your contract and kind of think back to the contract that you gave Attic Rashawn. Basically, the terms of the contract were, you're in dire straits. I have the solution. Your debt will be expunged, and any trace of that debt will be erased. There wasn't really much left in the contract for how that was going to happen, what time scale, anything, and the qualifiers on the contract, what they get in exchange, was just giving up the divine satiation. Now, with that intelligence roll, Bree starts to think about her own contract. Was her contract similar to the one offered Attic Rashawn? Perhaps, but you don't know what it means to not have divine satiation. You don't feel hungry for food. You feel hunger and emptiness that has only been filled by killing creatures. And you don't know why you were offered this contract, right?
Yep.
The terms of your own contract are alien to you in this divine script on this contract. You are able to assume that there was something that happened that you may have needed this out that Ulavon offered. But you can't really discern anything else. Bree, you
Yes.
look down to write this note, and you have this little desk, and you've become familiar, they're your things, and you're familiar with what is supposed to be on these shelves. And as your eyes just glance over, you notice there is something new. A singular poker chip next to your little altar to Ulavon.
The fuck does this mean?
What the fuck? What's this?
So I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna look at it.
It's a poker chip from the Vendopolis Casino.
Ah, hell
So
yeah.
Bree suicides in her mind are literally, what the fuck does this mean? How much is this worth?
I like how you're just gonna get
It's
random.
a 500 gold coin.
Yeah, you're gonna
Ah,
get,
hell yeah.
you're gonna get random ass tchotchkes from each person you liberate.
Oh my god. One of our after
On this
should be what
Episode
we get
of
on our
Magical Hoarders,
airplanes.
she kept satisfying her god's hunger, and now she can't get out the door.
Buried alive.
Bree Sunstrider on this week of Magical Hoarders.
All I can think of is Bree found an infinite money glitch, and she's like, the 100 names, I'm almost at 100. Can I make a new contract? I want more, because you keep giving me money, and I like it.
Bree has been duping the tchotchkes of those she has liberated their souls from. Why? Who knows? But she has now ordered a McMansion inside of her bottle. She is
Watch
renovating.
more to
Watch
find
more
out.
on HGTV's Magical Hoarders.
Was it? So the real one is TLC. So the fake one could be something like that.
So Bree's
Anyway.
gonna write this note, and it's like... so
Wait,
I don't
hold
know
on.
how to...
I had one last joke, and then I'll stop. HGTV's Vial Flipper. Okay, I'm done.
So Bree's gonna write this note, and she's just like, "Hey, did that guy die?
Did that guy die?
What are your plans for this realm?
I
And
want to know what
Can you
tchotchke I
tell
leave
me your
behind if I get
plans?
sucked up.
what's gonna happen to me when my contract is over? And
That's a great question.
why did I sign my contract?
Why did I agree to this? Who talked me into this?
You write out this page of questions.
Oh my fucking god! Hopefully we don't get left on red.
We will.
Damn.
You gave me a poker piece. What the fuck do you expect? Anyway,
You write this note, and you place it down And what are you doing waiting for a response? Are you just, like, staring at it?
I'm just like kind of staring at it, like kind of debating like what the fuck happened. And like, am I gonna get chased because these guards now know who I am? And who were they? Like, are they
So
gonna
many
come to my
questions.
place of work? Like, what's happening? Are they gonna forget who I am since I left the building? Like, what kind of magic is my god pulling for me?
What were their names? Is it Igor and Igor like suspected? Or
Just answer any of these.
what's tomorrow's
Is
forecast?
it okay if I called you my called me your prophet? That's another question. I'm just gonna add to the note. I need to get you some
Bree,
card keys
give
to-
me a religion check.
Perfect.
Religion check!
You want this to go well.
Oh god,
No, I like failing.
Christian, get the fuck out of here.
I think it is
Tyra,
fun
I need
when
you to
we
come
fail.
blow on my dice.
It's blowing on your
Tyra,
screen.
you didn't blow hard enough.
Do you have
God,
any
I'm
pluses to
sorry.
that?
My blow
Oh.
game.
No.
I
you
could
don't.
add plus. Yeah, I got +4 to saving throw. I could add that to it.
I have the
I'm
plus.
sure that's how D&D works.
I'm sure we could move the plus
No.
4 from there over here. Anyways.
What about the +2 to
Uh,
medicine? Just add that to that real quick.
You write all these questions out in these pages stolen from a kobold's camp and
Oh,
grow
hell yeah.
more and more frustrated as it feels like your words are just pouring into the void.
Aw, left on red.
When you finally look up, the walls of your bottle are glassy, kind of looking out into an endless black void. But as your eyes drift upwards, you can see that right now there are clouds of billowing black smoke just writhing around as you hear rumbling from the space beyond. Adek Rashawn will be given a new chance.
Okay.
And the smoke disappears, and for a moment, you can see these long, almost like a Dyson sphere. Have you ever seen one of those with
Oh,
the
yes!
interlocking rings?
Yes.
They rotate thousands of miles away, but they are massive and glimmering in gold and silver. As the smoke dissipates, you can almost see these rings through the smoke before the space returns to that glassy, voidy darkness.
Oh, it's an angel.
I have no idea if he's good or not. This is not helping me at all.
Be not afraid. And you're just like,
He's given a new chance. That's a positive.
Biblically accurate warlock. I was trying to think of his name, and all I could think of is the T Udon. And so I was like, yeah.
Biblically accurate oolong.
Biblically accurate Ulan tea.
Perfect.
And it's like, oh!
And Bree, you are left with pages of questions left unanswered.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm gonna write down next. Did that guy die? He was given a new chance. Like, I
Okay.
wanna write that down, and I'm hoping to God I have different colored ink.
I wonder.
Like my question.
I wonder if he just can only answer one question at a time. You know?
No, I think he
much
picks
as he
and
can handle.
chooses. I think he's
You
just
you
going-
Yeah.
used up your daily
Okay,
allotment of
listen,
questions.
Tyra, he's not in this realm.
This your
What the
daily
fuck-
quest.
No, he's not in this realm. What the fuck is he gonna do? Okay, he's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not answering all your questions. You don't get all the knowledge at first.
You do not. You
I
gotta
want to
unlock
watch
it.
you suffer slightly. It makes me happy because
You're
that's
like
what
a
I
bug
would do
I
as a
have in
god. So I think that's what he would do.
I can imagine now as you're like the pill bug. He's got in a little jar and he's like,
That's what I think the vial
yeah,
is.
he's looking. He's
I
like,
think I'm just in
shaking it
his
around.
void. Like if you looked out, like you could see other void or like vials like this, but they're just like surrounded by voids, so you can't see each other. I feel like that's an honorary session. Just saying. He didn't write it down. He didn't
Please.
make me leave the vial and write it down later. He didn't leave me on red. He strode up around my vial. I think that's honorary.
Listen,
He was
please.
walking to the god bathroom and just went by your cubicle and yelled something.
He just pooped really like it's gonna smell in a few minutes. And he's like, yo.
He didn't even turn on the fan.
No.
He didn't even leave the fan
He
on for
left
you.
the
He didn't
door
wait,
open
it was
for
your
you.
cubicle
So
bathroom.
it's just gonna crop dust everyone in the vicinity.
Yeah, no, not in the vicinity. He's crop dusting across dimensions.
That's your cubicle dimension, and he walks by and uses the bathroom closest to
Oh,
you.
wait, he's in
bitch.
He just adds bathrooms wherever he wants to shit.
No, he's in the interdimensional kitchen microwaving fish.
And then he's taking the specifically Bree's food out of the fridge too. It's like
Yeah.
labeled, and he's like, "Ooh,
What's this?
I'll try
Oh,
fish."
goodness.
And then I
I
go
think
to
I'll
look
take
and I'm like, why the
this.
fuck is my fish gone? And then there's a note
Wait a
posted. I
minute.
thought this was an offering. Thanks. XO.
Thanks.
You're like, meanwhile, you're like, that's my life.
I have an altar to you over there, bitch. This is my lunch. Okay. So even though he hasn't replied to all the questions, I am gonna write down one last question because I think
Oh my
that
God.
he would answer this one if he does want this. And the question
Very much.
is gonna say, "Do you want me to bring you anything from the world into the vial?"
Do you want like
Like
a
kind of like, honey, I'm
taco or
going out.
something?
Do you need any milk?
Yeah, I.
Do you
Do
need
you want me to bring
anything?
like some Slim Jims? Like some people from Earth are over here. You want me? Do you want a Slim Jim? It's like I can give
Would
you.
you
I
like
can
some
bring one.
Earthlings? I'll bring them by.
I have some bugs. I grabbed some outside. You want one?
As you are writing this note, outside of the vial, Dandelion is ascending the steps to the generous gentleman and
Oh, wait.
bursts through the doors, rushing in, closing the doors behind her.
Oh my fucking god! Am I still at the door? Where I'm just like against it, like.
Give
I
me a
love that
perception
thought.
check.
Oh hell yeah! Oh wait, I'm most excited to do a roll. Anyways, let me. Where's my fucking picture on my phone? No.
It's also in front of you, Tyra.
It's and listen, it's in front of me, but I like looking down my phone. For some reason, it makes more sense. Anyways, what kind of perception? Anyways,
This
let me
poor
see
child
here.
over
Negative
here.
1. I know I'm a mess. Actual crackheadery. Anyways,
Um,
ugh.
you are fairly certain that you probably shook them. You don't think they've got to follow you all the way here. As you come bursting into the room, you come into the lounge, and there are already a bunch of guests, and you can see, like, Della sitting down with this elfin woman, and she looks up and is like, "Oh my gosh, honey, you look like you've seen a ghost!"
Oh.
"I'll be right back, hun." And she, like, drifts over to you.
Oh my god, I love.
"What's going on? You look so out of breath."
I just be like, nothing. I need to. And it just like runs upstairs with a bottle in the hand, the vial.
You run to the bunk room and you
I'm
like
running.
you just run down the hallway and you hear her going by. "Well, bye then."
Oh my god! And I runs away.
You enter into the bunkhouse. There's no one else in this room.
Oh,
You are
yeah.
just on your own, and you have this vial in your hands. Inside the vial, Bree, you can give me
Still
another
good.
religion check.
Ooh!
Yes.
Roll for your religion.
Perfect. I'm not gonna look.
Ooh.
Maybe
Oh.
that's the. Maybe we should just pretend we don't care about the rolls. Maybe that's what we should do.
I thought I was gonna roll low.
Just don't care. You know.
Yeah, I don't look at it.
Rumbling from the void you feel in your bones, as if like before when he spoke it was from outside of the vessel, but this time it's much like how you were in the casino, where as if he's standing over your shoulder. "I will tell you where your next contract will take place."
Oh hell yeah!
That didn't answer any of my fucking questions, but okay.
I need to answer another question. But okay, shit.
Jesus, I asked you so many fucking questions, and all you get is, "I will tell you your next contract," and I'm like,
Okay.
That's not helpful. Thanks though.
is it like one question for every like person I take in? Is that what the fucking game we're playing?
The 1 for 1, eye for eye.
I think I should
okay.
at least get like 5. Okay.
Is one person worth 5 questions versus like I start doing this?
Because I'm new to this. At least give me 5 to start.
Yeah, or like
Taper down.
I need to know the bartering system.
Dandelion, you are standing in this room, kind of catching your breath. What are you doing?
That's a great question, because, Bree, did we ever decide what, when you would come out? I feel like Dandelion just started, like, how do I tell her that we're in the...
Maybe I put my feet in the bottle.
Yeah, maybe, okay, I was thinking also she, like, takes on the bottle, like... So, I roll for knocking on the bottle. Anyways. I'm trying to sit.
Dandelion knocks on the outside of this, like, almost molten metal flask where these long strands of curling wire and tin and steel. And Bree, from the inside of the vessel, you hear, like, a distant thrumming.
Ooh, I was wondering if it's gonna be like a goldfish bowl. Or it's like, oh!
You get the sensation of... You didn't feel the jostling or the journey to get here, but there is a level of intentionality behind this communication that seems to break through the barriers to your subconscious.
Perfect. Right at the time where my God's going to tell me my next contract, but ignore my questions.
Bree, are you going to leave your flask?
Well, I don't know where my next contract's gonna be. He said he would tell me.
You're not hearing any more communication.
Bitch. Okay, I'm gonna leave my flask.
Fine.
So, if it's a 1-for-1 ratio, I'm gonna start taking questions off my list. Like, is it okay if I called myself your prophet? Because, like, I feel like you would have hurt me if I already asked that. So I still let that paper out. How I could, like, maybe he answers it when I'm gone or something. But, like, if it's a 1-for-1, then I think maybe, like, what's gonna happen to me when my contract is over is, like, more of an important question than anything else.
Ooh.
So that's gonna be my first question next time.
Okay. All right. You take note as you billow out of the vessel and reconstitute in functionally your bedroom.
Ooh.
With Dandelion standing before you.
It went.
Sweaty and, like, out of breath.
I ran. I knocked a lot of people over.
I'm so sorry.
It's like 2 people. It wasn't actually...
I love the different thoughts, though, of it either be 2 people, or there's, like, a ton of people in a line down the street of just, like, people knocked over.
What I really like is Dandelion running, and she thinks she's knocking people over, but they're small enough, they just fit between her legs, and they're just, like, running around underneath her.
I think I killed a gnome, and then meanwhile the gnome was like, what the hell just happened?
That was a weird breeze that came through.
She was, like, looking down, reading a paper, unbothered.
Yeah. So... Dandelion, you're standing in a room with Bree. The last thing that happened was you came back with Tim. You couldn't find Bree. Bree suddenly appeared out of a hallway and said, "It's time to go," handed you her bottle and went inside of it, and you ran to the generous gentleman.
So, what happened back there?
So, you remember that contract with Alalila? We had to take her to the church. Anyway, so my God, he wanted me to have that guy that was losing sign a contract. I looked over the contract. It said I would give him a second chance. It would, like, take away all his debt from gambling.
What's a contract?
Basically, like, if
you say with this intention, and your dictionary just gives you a little download of it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep.
Now she's got it. Okay, proceed.
Okay, perfect. So I looked over. It looked pretty solid. Like, he got to start a new life, but he only felt like a little bit of hunger every now and again. So he had to eat food for, like, a reason. To, like, not be hungry, like, before we came here. So it looked good. He signed the contract, and then boom, he was gone. But the people that I was followed by were not his bodyguards, I don't think. So they went out on the balcony and looked for him, but he was gone, and I had no idea what to tell him. So he said he'd be in a few minutes, and then they checked on him, and then they were coming after me, and then I had to leave.
What do you mean he's gone?
I don't know. I asked my God, and he said he was given a new chance. I don't know what that fucking means.
Did he disappear?
He disappeared from where we were at, and now I don't know where he is. I asked my God a lot more questions. There was a lot of questions I asked, and all he told me is he was given a new chance. Okay? I don't. He doesn't like answering questions. I don't know. I don't know
You're frantic.
how long I have to wait in between these questions.
I just realized something. We left Tim.
No, he's fine. He's with that black guy. It's
Oh,
fine.
now you know that you left me.
Yeah, just now. I just realized that Taylor's probably looking around like, wait.
There was 3 of us.
There was. Anyways. Okay, well, since he's fine, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I don't know. And then I asked him more questions. And then he told me he'd tell me where my next contract was, and he fucking disappeared. I don't know. I don't think he likes talking. He gave me a poker chip, but I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's a memento. Like, here's the guy that you made sign, or here's 500 coins, but you got to go back to the casino you made the guy disappear from to cash it in, which is kind of fucked up.
I don't think we can go back.
I don't really want to go back. So now I have a chip worth nothing.
I think it is just a souvenir. Some people like to kill other people and keep stuff.
Well, now it's on an altar to my God, and I don't know. Maybe he's making himself an altar in my fucking little vial. I don't know what the fuck's going on in there.
Are we going to get in trouble with our job?
I don't know. I'm gonna tell him I was sick.
I got really sick.
I got some shrooms. You want to get high and we can pretend we were just too high for this? I don't think they would mind if it was. You know what? We should give them the shrooms. Say that we found the shrooms and they're fucking delicious, and we had to come back right away to give it to them. Wait. I think that would work.
Sure, we could try.
Dandelion, he's easily swayed.
It's not like it's hesitant. It's just like, okay.
I'm gonna go back in my vial and I'm gonna get one mushroom. I'm gonna get the one mushroom because there was one mushroom that was like pieces. It wasn't like a full mushroom. Yeah. I'm gonna chop it up so you can add it to food easier. And then I'm gonna divide it in 2 and pretend that it's half a mushroom each, so it's 1 underweight. And 2, I'm gonna give that to them. I'm gonna put them in each separate envelopes. Okay.
I'm willing to try.
Perfect. Plus, I don't think I got my other mushroom back from Tim. So, like the little portion.
Flashback to Tim. He's offering it to like a stripper.
To clarify, you 2 are doing mushrooms.
No, I think we're gonna try to give it to
Dandelions,
2 halflings.
Hesitantly following Bree.
We're gonna try to give it to the 2 halflings and say that we were given really good mushrooms and we wanted to thank them for hiring us.
Okay.
And that's why we came back earlier, is because we found them and we wanted to give them the mushrooms.
Yeah. Okay. Now that you've explained that, I maybe I'll pass.
You don't want to give it to the halflings?
I am not sure if this will work.
What are you talking about?
Let's
you go upstairs. Oh.
Let's not do the mushrooms ourselves.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is we give them to the halflings.
Okay.
Dandelion seems thrilled with this idea. You go upstairs, you find Marls and Bob, and they're like at this table playing like a board game. It's very like Chutes and Ladders-esque.
Oh my god.
As like you come up and Marl's on the opposite side of the table. He's sitting around the table with it looks like Maggie is at one end of the table. There's 2 guests. as he looks up. Oh, hi, you're back early.
Yeah, I got something for you, but I think this would be best away from patrons.
I love gifts. As he like gets out of the chair and comes over and just like pulls you to the side. What do you got?
So we found these, and I wanted to give you each one. So I'm gonna take out an envelope, and it's like like diced up mushroom.
Daylight's behind you, just sweating.
It's half a mushroom.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's how this is gonna work, okay? You pull aside your boss, fundamentally, and offer this gift of psychedelic mushrooms.
Listen, I know they
Dandelion, give me a religion check.
Daylight's gonna look deep inside of herself. Oh, I got +3 on religion. I forgot about that.
You do.
I'm praying to you, Dino Jesus.
Oh
Anyway,
my god!
You know.
Okay.
Thank God you're
Thank
pretty.
God, Daylight's beautiful.
Okay. So, Dandelion, you look as Bree goes to hand over these 2 envelopes to Marls and Bobbin, these 2 halflings that you rescued from this rogue kobold camp. And time seems to slow down for a second.
Oh my God.
Almost things go into slow motion. As your eyes are kind of locked forward, there's a sudden sound of not breaking glass, but do you know the sound of like when someone is doing glass making where they're like running the roll, like the wheel along the glass, that
Oh,
like
yeah.
a zipping sound. As there are suddenly there's this fractalizing of reality around you. Almost as if everything was just broken into a prism.
Oh, she going crazy.
Contact time.
Wild. Oh.
You hear this ringing of zipping glass.
Yeah.
And it all shatters for a moment.
What is happening? What's happening to me?
As time begins to catch up, almost. As the space before you speeds on from the time you missed. And you get this distinct knowledge, this irrefutable fact, this fact that, like, you know where your fingertips are, where the tip of your tail is, this proprioception of...
Oh my God.
This reality that Marls and Bobbin like you too just a little bit more than they did a second ago.
Oh my God.
Yes! I told you!
Is this what
It's a positive thing!
Do you know what that cracks me up is that that's the feeling of your friendship meter going up higher is excruciating. You're like, yeah, Brie, I like you. It's just like you feel it.
So this is an actual relationship tracker, guys.
Yes! I gotta farm my friendships! Be right back!
Oh my God, Megan, now it's gonna be like Stardew Valley where it's
I
like,
know! Also, Rachel knows
Why am I
about our
doing it,
obsession with
though?
Stardew Valley.
oh, hell yeah, we got hearts.
I feel like I should have at least one heart with Pingham Black.
You will now. I will add that in there.
I have, Dandelion has 2 pink hearts with Xanapie. Anyways,
Yes.
my Riz.
What the fuck?
So
Brie doesn't
this
have a heart
is-
without Leela? That's fucked up. I gotta try harder.
We gotta date that cat.
Okay.
Where the hell is she? Why is she not my thing?
I got her necklace. I just
Oh,
haven't
there
been
she
able
is.
to give it to her.
Why does Tim have 1 heart with her? What's Tim doing over here?
I'm being non-confrontational, and I'm being nicer than the bear.
So this is the introduction of the bonds system, where
Oh my God,
your
I'm so excited.
interactions with NPCs and
Xanapie.
characters can actually develop into additional powers and boons based on your relationships.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I
should
noticed
put-
how much you guys just wanted to make friends with NPCs, and I'm like, I can make that the game.
Yes.
I
It
made
became
this
a
a
dating
bookmark.
sim all of a sudden.
You can look at this document
Yes.
at any time. I will update it after the sessions.
Oh my
To
God.
reflect changes that occurred. The heart color will change based on the type of relationship you have with someone. So currently, most of the staff of the Generous Gentleman have a very professional business relationship. But that can
We'll fix
shift
that.
into more friendship or romance.
So is this like
Megan.
the Hades bonds where you get the heart, you get to a certain point, then you get it like the bigger heart, and then you get to like the big heart? Like once you do more
Yeah,
shit
could
with
be.
them?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I love in this. I am excited. Listen, I love keeping track of stuff like this. I'm just like yes,
Yeah.
yeah. But at least we're working. on
Listen,
it.
I'm trying to get my bonds up, and I was like, the halflings won't be mad if we left early if we get them high.
That's
And I
true.
have
Okay,
their
you did have
mushrooms
a
that I
good idea.
stole from them, so it's fine.
Oh yeah, that was a thought that occurred in the back of my head. I'm like, isn't this what we stole from them?
Yes! Sarah, now you're getting it. It's full circle. We didn't spend a dime on this present. I
it's
did
paying
spend
us
money on
back.
Alalila, though, because I love her and I feel bad that I hurt her.
We love her, and yeah, we do feel bad that we kind of like fucked her up.
It was mostly Brie, but I've never rolled
The
anything.
fractaled reality fades away. Dandelion, I'm gonna give you one more chance here. Give me an insight check.
Hell yeah, my fucking. Well, I got -1 to insight, so we'll see how this goes. Oh, anyways, that went well. That's my best roll so far.
That's a pretty good roll. So, as this
Oh my
as
God.
this feeling fades, you get this distinct recollection of something similar back in the casino when you had that feeling of this doesn't need to happen. And you're realizing this little bit of loss that you felt when Attic Rashawn signed the contract. And you get a little bit of a feeling that he could have been a potential friend. And that was lost with this contract signing.
Oh, well.
Oh well.
Yeah. There's a loss of potential that you feel in your subconscious as Marls and Bobbin open up these envelopes and go, oh, I will definitely engage in this after shift.
Oh my God, Dandelion going through a fucking crisis
So,
in the background.
I got
of
a
this.
question. I got a question about this document now. Is my god going to be added to this? Am I going to have hearts with my god?
Oh my God, that'd be amazing though.
There's just like an entry for Ulavon.
It's
just
literally
like a
just
black
Bree and him,
wisp.
and it's just like Minion
It's just
instead
a
of
black
Bree.
square.
Minion.
It's just like I'm trying to draw it now. It's just like a little flame, but it's like
They're all like so. It's all
dark.
the Hades ones where it has like that keyhole in the middle that you have to keep doing
Ooh.
contracts to make it fucking move. You're god damn it!
literally, God damn it.
Back to the grind.
God, give
hate
him our
you.
fucking hibiscus flower. Anyways.
Marls and Bobbin thank you for the gift and return to their festivities hanging out with these guests. They don't seem
Aw.
at all concerned why you are back early from your trip
That's
out
perfect.
with Mr. Black.
Perfect. I don't think they care now that we got them high.
Hell yeah. Well, this is after work, but to be fair, Mr. Black's probably not gonna be back for a while.
Yeah,
Back
he's
at the
got
casino, Mr. Black and Tim sit through an extra maybe 2 or 3 shows before Mr. Black takes Tim on the tour of the casino, going between different betting rings, taking you through the casino hall, giving you a few chips out of his case to make a bet
He's
or
so
two.
generous. Wow.
He's generous at the Generous Gentleman. Wow.
Oh my God.
Roll credits.
She said the name of the thing.
Oh my God.
And after several hours of enjoying your time with Mr. Black, Tim, you experience something somewhat similar to what Dandelion's experiencing. The
God.
shattering effect isn't as strong, but as you are leaving the casino with Mr. Black on your way back to the Generous Gentleman, as you're leaving these doors, you feel intrinsically that Mr. Black likes you a little bit more than he did before.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a little too much. And
A
I
little
was like, ooh.
too much.
A little too much. That's why I thought you were
Let
about
me
to say
get
it. I was
into
like,
something more comfortable.
comfortable.
I'm
Because
sorry, seeing
even-
all those girls dance got me hot and bothered.
I would say because even female hyenas have a pseudopenis that they have to birth things through, and that's why most 50% of all hyena births end in the female dying.
It does.
That's
The rates are not
incredible.
great.
They
I
do
love all
have-
these animal facts.
They do have a pseudopenis, so it's very, very hard to tell which ones are males and female because they both. It's the
You-
pseudopenis and the real penis look incredibly similar.
Typically, the females are the
penis.
more aggressive ones with their penis. So you can kind of tell from that because they'll like hit others with it or like
I mean, because
get on top of them and rub their penis on them. For some reason, female hyenas are just another level.
they're like, well,
That's just
I've
a
got
side
this
note.
thing. I might as well use it.
And as you're exiting these doors, you hear that zipping of glass as this feeling of friendship and camaraderie overcomes you. But it is gone as quickly as it came, with little explanation. But what else in
Damn.
Queen's Bed comes with explanation? Weird shit happens all the time. Tim is vibing. And
Tim,
makes
his way back to the Generous Gentleman.
It's like, I did my job. I had it, and I got to see boobies all day. And I got paid to look at boobies.
Lil Mohawk.
As Tim, you arrive, you enter into the lounge, and the festivities have continued on through the evening, and you reconnect with Bree and Dandelion in the staff room, we'll say.
So, what happened to you guys?
You guys see Tim come in a fully different costume, a whole different look.
Nothing much.
We had to go.
Yeah.
I got more coins from Mr. Black. Well, here's my thing. What are your opinions on the oldest profession?
What's that?
What's that mean?
Never mind.
I feel like Dandelion doesn't understand gambling really. So.
No. The oldest profession is hoeing.
Oh, even I
I
didn't
literally
catch
was
that.
like, this is something for him to fucking pimp us out.
Damn. Oh, he's like, what that cloaca?
No. Tim is trying to judge if he's gonna get beat up for staying at a strip club all day. He doesn't know how to deal with women.
I'm trying to think if there's. Now I'm trying to imagine if there's prostitution in Dandelion's world.
It is the
probably.
oldest profession.
It's the oldest, and also every dinosaur got a fuck too. So you know.
There was Rose in the herd, and she never really stuck with one man for very long. It kind of the same thing.
She was in the red flower district.
Ooh. The
Meet
red
me by the
mushroom
red
district,
poppies.
So Tim has decided he's not gonna tell the ladies that he was watching boobies jiggle all day, and got paid for it. He's just gonna say, "I spent time with Mr. Black, and he gave me money, and I did a good job. He's
Nice.
happy."
Nice. Are you gonna
And
hang
he
out with him
said that
tomorrow?
we probably. I don't have other friends, do I?
Oh,
Okay.
I thought we were your friends, but okay.
You
Half a
are,
heart
but you
lost from-
abandoned me, and I didn't know when it happened.
Well, we didn't mean to.
I
did chase.
honestly thought that you guys were still at the gambling house, but then I never found you again. But I also didn't look.
But I also didn't look.
Thanks, bud.
I didn't look for you.
I assumed you guys were at getting maybe watching a personal dance or something, or
Oh,
like
no.
watching the midgets fight or something. Who knows?
Oh, Sam, we got chased out. Anyways.
What did you guys touch the performers? Why'd you get chased out?
Bree's just
Is it,
looking
like,
at
in, like-
Dandelion like, please stop talking to him.
Dandelion just looks at Bree
Like nudges her in the ribs.
Tim, you can give me an insight check, and Bree give me a deception check.
oh shit.
Perfect. I think I know what this is. Perfect.
I will say the. Oh.
Perfect.
Are you looking at the tramp stamp, Christian?
Tim.
No, I'm looking at my shitty roll.
Tim.
Oh shit!
Oh, Tim.
Oh, Tim.
You just do not understand any of Bree's facial expressions ever.
Yes.
That's why
Maybe
Bree and
Christian
him
was
have such a
straight-faced.
hard time getting along.
As you guys are having this conversation, you can hear that the door opens and Cassia pokes her very large, petaled head in.
Oh.
If I'm not interrupting, it seems that your friends from the church are here?
Yes, perfect. I would love to see them. I have presents.
Let's go.
You excitedly head up the stairs, and Alalila and Genevieve are standing kind of by the entrance as Monster's like pushing his way through the door and like crouching low to take up as little space as possible.
My silly guy.
As you guys come running up, Genevieve is like, "Hi guys,
Hi.
came to check in on you. How's your first day?"
Oh, it's going well. You seem a lot more relaxed and happy.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, having some rest over at the temple, it really helps out with the stress.
Genevieve have many hot tub wine talks with Eloila. She's like, I'm going through it.
She ate an entire cheese and wine platter on her own.
Not even just the wheel. She's taking bites out of it.
Some rest really does us some good. I hope
Aw.
that you three got some rest too.
I had a relaxing day working today.
So all I could think was to at the strip club watching boobs.
No, to be fair,
Come on.
Well, Bree doesn't know, but it's funny as fuck to think. I had a relaxing day working today, and I always think about the boobs.
Alaleo, Monster, and Genevieve pull over to one of the tables that are empty and sit down with the three of you. This seems like a good place to learn the ropes, Alalila says. Her
She's so cute.
cat ears
She's definitely
twitching and
judging
picking
us.
up on new noises.
she smells the strip club on Tim. Anyways.
Like, I don't know where
She's
you've
like-
been, but I don't like it.
Are you making any friends?
I made one friend. He's large in heart and personality.
Trying to make some
Our
friends.
bosses like us.
They like us, but not Tim, because Tim wasn't here when we give him drugs.
They don't like us too much.
I'm sure.
Alalila, I actually have something for you. I'm gonna take the necklace out.
For you.
Oh. This is really incredible. Thank you. She reaches out her very cat-like paw, taking up the pendant, and it sits on her paw pads.
Oh my god, she's so cute.
This is so nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. I wanted to say I'm sorry for what happened.
What do you mean?
For the thing with my contract. And my God.
Oh no, does she not remember?
Uh-oh, she don't remember. Stop bringing it up. Stop bringing it up.
What
Tim's
do you
like,
mean?
shut up.
Contract. What do you mean? She takes the pendant and puts it on. You can see the nice little seashell sitting like in her fur.
Oh, I need to add that. That's so cute. You just reminded me.
I'm just like, Bree's just sitting here going, I don't know why she doesn't remember, and I don't know if I should bring it up
My
more.
Dandelion's kind of looking around now, like,
Bree's just gonna look over to the other two clerics, like,
oh yeah, because they they saw too.
well,
so.
they didn't see, but they heard.
Yeah, I meant they saw like the aftermath.
Yeah, and they were in the
So-
temple when everything went down, so they saw everything.
Yeah, so
Genevieve is giving an order to a bartender that is collecting orders for drinks and doesn't seem at all thrown off or also questioning of what's going on. And Monster is sitting off the side of the table, and you hear his low, rumbly voice echo out. Contracts are normally done for business endeavors.
What
We
don't
just
they know?
dropped you guys off yesterday. Did the Marls and Bobbin make you sign something?
Ah,
I'm nervous now.
I'm very confused why they don't know.
I would say, hey, did we visit the temple with you guys earlier?
Yeah, back us up, Tim.
Alalila looks to Monster. No, we dropped you
fuck's
guys off yesterday and we headed to the Apex Temple. We were just coming to verify that everything was going well.
Daneling's grabbing Tim and Bree on their arms like,
What is happening?
Okay. Now I don't even remember. Now I'm confused.
How many days have we been here?
We arrived in the city yesterday, correct? Are you losing track of time, Tim?
No. I just wanted to make sure that, like, your concept of a day was the same as my concept of a day. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. Because, again, we're in a part of the, like, where the city never sleeps. So I wasn't sure, should I, like, count part of the day differently because I don't get to see the sunlight. I don't have to. I mean,
is the day only 8 hours?
Yeah, like why?
I believe that all of King's Crown operates on the same 24-hour clock. It makes it easier to do business.
Here's a question for you, Monster. I don't know if you have. Are there leap years?
Leap year. No.
My baby.
Okay, just wondering. Thank you.
Okay, well, I just wanted to say thank you for welcoming us and taking us to the city and helping us.
Oh, yes. I mean, I'm so sorry about what happened with the kobolds. That's normally not something that happens. But we will make sure that with our new... We're heading back out into the field here in a few days, and we will make sure that doesn't happen again.
Is there anything you need for your trip?
Oh, no, it's fine. The temple supplies everything.
Do you have an X crystal?
P crystal?
P crystal. I forgot what it was called.
Monster sits up. My hands are too large to use one, but Genevieve has one for the group.
Perfect. Can I get that number?
Oh, yes.
Can I get your digits, girl?
So that's basically a number for their whole group. Alalila doesn't have a P crystal either.
I'm going to write this in my notebook.
You continue to try to have a relatively normal conversation with your three cleric parents, enjoying a drink in the Generous Gentleman, still lingering on the knowledge that for some reason the three of them do not remember what happened yesterday with Ulavon, with the temple, or any of it. They don't seem bothered by the fact either that they don't seem to be remembering something that you all are.
I have a question. What did you guys do yesterday after you went back to the temple?
Oh, we just went back and reported to our elders and got our assignments in order and had the rest of the evening off.
So Bree's thought process is like, so they reported to the higher ups, and then they had the rest of the evening off, and they don't remember something today that definitely happened. So maybe the cleric higher ups are the bad guys, in this world because they definitely made these clerics forget. Something happened. Now I got a thing for my fucking god, and I got an important question for him.
Bree,
Did you wipe the memories?
as you all make this sort of, as you all realize this, that something has happened to their memories, we will end it for tonight on the question of who would have changed their memories or taken them away, and why would they have done so. And we'll pick up here next time.
So I have two theories.
Do you remember? I don't remember.
One is my
Theory.
god, but like that would be a lot of pull for him to do, and that's probably why he's not answering and texting me back. The other one would be they told the higher ups, and the higher ups were like, "Who the fuck is this?" And then they erased their memories.
I had a thought.
Because maybe that's why the world doesn't know about this god, is because the higher ups in society has like oppressed him. So maybe he is
Ooh.
Hades. You know, a Hades.
Maybe your god also gets charged for minutes, so he can't answer. He can't answer
Well,
different things.
That's why I think he's only answering one question every fucking time I get a person.
He gets charged like per word too. It's kind of like the old school text.
I also just like the fact that he's just like, I'm not answering all your questions. You gotta work for it, girl.
He's like, come on, you bring me a bigger body that's worth at least like 3 questions.
It's like 3
Come on.
questions.
The skinny wolf guy won.
All right, good night, everyone.
Good
And I'll
night.
see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.